This episode of Negative Influence is brought to you by Frames, the photography app for photographers who care about all the little details. With Frames, whenever you shoot, you can log your camera, lens, film stock, exposure, settings, location, everything right there in the field. Check out Frames at withframes.com. I am interested in what drew you into concert photography, because your concert photography is some of the best I've seen in recent years.
Well, thank you very much. No, it's really all. It's really just random, to be honest. I started off with digging urban exploring and graffiti when I was younger. Um, really into that and like exploring all of Norway, like seeing all of the abandoned buildings. Really into like World War II, the Cold War, abandoned factories, stuff like that. It's a lot of it in Norway, and doing that really just for fun. And then me and a friend, we like started volunteering for festivals and stuff. And I think like after just doing that a couple of years, like volunteering, just doing it for free, and our names just popped up with some Norwegian artists and with some Norwegian musicians, and then they just asked, "Do you want to join us on tour?" And yeah, that's really where it started. Like it's all random, and it all went. Then that's 4 or 5 years ago now. Yeah, 4 years ago. Yeah,
Yeah, it steamrolled fast for you then. It really got going.
yeah, it really did. And like that's my preferred. Like that's the photography that I prefer. But I also enjoy like portraits and stuff like that. But concert photography is really like my go-to thing. Like, yeah.
That's what you're passionate about when it comes to photography is. And is it just trying to capture the vibe of that or just document the concert?
It's really a mix of both. Like it really depends on if I'm doing a work for a festival or for the artist itself. But for me, it's really important to like understand the musicians. It's a terrible word, but like vibe. Like they're understanding the music and like what they're trying to tell us through their music, and like portraying them in some way that sort of represents that, if that makes any sense. Like giving off their energy. Does that make sense?
It does. It's so I've only ever done low level touring stuff. I've gone out with two bands to document the tours,
Oh,
and I struggled with trying to find compositions within that chaos. And granted, I was out with smaller bands, smaller venues, like dive bar type situations, just
yeah, okay.
not good venues, bad lighting, and I didn't enjoy that experience. But hang on, sorry. But in seeing your photos, it makes me want to shoot at larger venues and try it again because I was so against it after I did the first two tours. It's just, it's hard to align your vision with a client's vision. So you
Yeah,
never know if what you're capturing is what they're looking for.
exactly. That sums it up really good. Yeah, yeah. But that's what I think. That's why I think it's really important to like try to understand what the artist is trying to achieve, like through their creative process, with their text, lyrics, their songs, and also like I try to like get to know them. Like even though if I don't know
Yes.
them, like some of theirs that I work with, I know really well. They're like good friends of mine, and we've traveled all of the country and Europe together, and uh, that's a different thing. But I try to like see their vision and try to show that in the photos, so that their energy comes in the photos, and it's so that the concert goer can really like feel the energy like afterwards. Like so, if you weren't at the concert, you can still feel the energy. You can see the energy in the crowds, in the in the musicians. Sort of get like a preview on what it's like to be on a concert with that band. Which I think is really a really cool way to like try to show something.
Yeah, it's trying to blend artistry with marketing in a sense, because you have to be able to make people long to be at these concerts. They want to come to these concerts so they can give the artist money.
Yeah.
But is it hard to find the balance between artistic integrity of what you want to shoot versus what the clients want for the audience to see, or have you found a way to balance those two things?
That's a really good question because um, that's something that I like. That can be a big problem if you like aren't flexible to being flexible with your work. I think it's really important to like show that you can do if you're asked to do a certain style, you can do that, but you can also be creative and make something yourself. Um, but I have like a rule that I try to do every concert is like take at least 10 photos that I know it will be accepted with the through the media people like will can be accepted on social media. Um, and but then after I'll feel like I've gotten what I need, I then start doing my creative stuff, and that's when the good photos tend to start to come up. And sometimes the client likes the creative photos, sometimes they don't. Really depends on what type of look they're going for. Like that's the boring thing about marketing. I'm sure you have done some marketing and you can relate to how
Yeah.
boring it can be sometimes.
It's so boring. I often find that marketing agencies want this soulless corporate look, very clean, organized, and that's just not my style at all.
Yeah.
I don't mind grit and grime and dirt. And they're like,
No,
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 it has
no.
to be very sterile, very calm, mute the colors down.
Dude, it's so boring when you got to do like hyper focus shit and like it's so boring. I can't see why that would be a marketing strategy almost because
Yeah, it
it's
makes no sense to me. They need to study some color theory and get back
yeah.
into the bright colors attracting people because I flipped through a magazine the other day and it was National Geographic even and everything was desaturated. There was almost no color in it. I'm like, what the hell happened? And every magazine I've looked at recently, any physical magazine, it's just not there for me anymore.
Oh, it's sad. Really sad. No, but I think we're starting to getting somewhere. Like if you like on Instagram, for instance, nowadays I feel like companies have started coming around, especially with photos and video. I don't know if you followed Oasis on their world tour right now.
No, I'm not. I should
No,
check that out though. I didn't even know they
yeah,
were on a world tour. I've kind of been living under a rock.
no, but okay. So they're like last autumn was like they're huge. Like we're coming back together after 2009, I think they split up,
Yeah.
and the stuff that they've been putting out has been like next level stuff. Like that's been so impressive and so inspirational to look at. Like anamorphic stuff, using I think like shooting film, uh, lots of black and white shooting film, and their videos are just amazing. I don't know who the guy is who's shooting those concerts and that tour, but he's on a different level. That's cinematic. It almost looks like he's using like a wide angle, large format film camera filming it. It
Really?
looks awesome. It's super. You should look
I'm gonna
into
make
that.
a note. I'm gonna make a note to check that out.
Yeah,
You said Oasis on Instagram?
yeah, Oasis. Wonderwall and stuff like
Yeah.
yeah,
Here's Wonderwall.
but no, but you said you've done some touring, like in your state or across the U.S.
So I was in a like a melodic death metal band for 10 years, and we did some mid-level touring. Nothing huge, just like short run tours. And I've gone out with other bands to document their tours. But I don't know, touring was just not for me. I like moving at my own pace. I don't like moving at the tour's pace.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Like, did you stay in a bus or like did you no
Van, five
van?
dudes in a van.
It sounds sweaty.
Man, sweaty, smelly, and At one point, we fought in a front yard in Acton, Indiana. So it was just, it was, and I'm still best, like, well, he's one of my best friends, but we definitely got into a fight in the front yard of an Airbnb, the one Airbnb we stayed at.
Oh, that sounds it sounds interesting. No, fortunately haven't been in any of that situation, but I've been in bands with like pretty toxic environments that are not. Don't want to get like too deep into that, but yeah, it's a thing. But like spending a lot of time together, living close quarters, it's bound to happen sometimes. When
Oh,
if you're
absolutely.
yeah, but it's a thing I try to avoid. Like I don't want the workplace to like be toxic, but 99% of the time it's beautiful people. Like really love the yeah love the community, especially here in Norway for concert photography and like concert like venues and concerts in general. Like it's amazing.
It might be a cultural difference too, because I feel like other countries appreciate the arts and music more so than some people may here in the states. And it's I anybody that I know that is in bigger bands that go overseas to play anywhere have
Mm.
nothing but kind praise to say about the venues and the people and everything. And then they'll be preparing for a US tour and they're like, "Oh my god, I don't want to do this. I don't want to experience this." It's just
Yeah,
crazy to see the different responses they have to where they're playing.
yeah.
And part of them saying those things is why I want to go overseas and shoot photos over there,
Mm.
because they're like, you have to. It's gorgeous and everybody is so nice.
Yeah, I think it's a big like comparing the US and Norway is almost impossible. Like we're
Yeah,
close to 6 million people, so it's like super tiny compared to the States. And yeah, I think what I've heard of people that have been touring overseas is that you're more serious. Like it's like it's like a regime almost. I've heard. Um, as of here in Norway, it's more of like volunteers working at festivals, having fun. Um, yeah, I think that's like one of the biggest differences. Like it's fewer people, it's not that big of a deal. Almost like it's a big deal. It's not that, but um, it's not that serious. I don't think.
yeah.
I
And, well,
think
everything over here has been severely commodified. Everything has to make top dollar or it's not worth doing. So it's
exactly.
sad to see. When I was younger, we used to have mid-level touring bands that'd come through and play like small township halls, churches, and stuff like that. And now that Live Nation has taken over with a lot of things, it's
Yeah.
just those that doesn't exist anymore.
Mm.
Everything has to be a stacked touring level with no local openers to help them get exposure, and it's just $35 to go see a low-level metal band these days.
Yeah. But did you play in a metal band? You said, or just doing photos?
Yeah, no, I was the vocalist for a melodic death metal band.
Really?
Yeah,
I gotta look. You gotta send me the link. I gotta look into that.
yeah, I'll send you a link. It's
Yeah.
and nobody ever believes it's me because I'm fairly soft spoken,
Are you
and people are
growling
like,
and
"There's
stuff,
no
like
way."
screaming?
Yeah,
Okay, that's
yeah,
awesome. Have you listened to
yeah,
Norwegian
and
death metal?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Do you like
yeah.
it?
Like I do. I really like the Scandinavian metal. It's mostly I like. They're from Sweden, but I like uh, In Flames. I
Yeah,
like At the Gates. Like those guys very much were a big inspiration for the band I was in.
that's awesome. I'm gonna tell you. Did you shoot film doing photos for the metal band? No.
So I wasn't shooting a lot of film when I went out on these tours. So the photos weren't great, and I don't even think I have the negatives for it anymore. I think it was kind of a in the learning curve thing, but I've started integrating it more into the music video side of things because I do video production and music videos.
Yeah.
And I've started shooting film on set for these music videos, and I've started getting a lot of work that I'm very excited about and super proud of. Just slowly integrating it. Now I'm to the point where I didn't even pick up my digital camera at the last shoot unless it was to shoot video.
For me, when I started shooting film, like I shooting like started shooting medium format like 3 years ago. I've shot 35 longer than that. But shooting medium format was when I really got into film and like different film stocks and experimenting with chemicals and different film cameras. It's like when I really found like a workflow that worked better for me on all. I would say on all like aspects of photography, because there's so like here in Norway, for example, there are so many good photographers. Like it's crazy. Like it's such a small country, but there's so many good artists. Like I can't say that enough. How many good artists there are here in Norway, taking photos, making videos, and just being totally awesome people. Um, but that makes it you got to stand out. That's the thing about it, and people are using digital mostly, of course, because it's the
Yeah,
easiest way,
ease
and
of access.
yeah, and they're the economical, smarter people, I think. But no, you got to stand out, and that's how I really like fell into the film trap. You can just call it. No, that's how I found film photography and wanting to stand out, and of course, like finding out how awesome the format really is, like a 6x7 negative, what that really can look like on a 100 megapixel
Yeah.
scan. It's amazing.
It's I feel like it's more rewarding to me as a photographer to see what I can do without digital. Because I know if I take my digital, I'm going to get something that could be in a portfolio. It's going to be great. The client will be happy. And I
Mm.
kind of like that risk of being unsure of what's coming back to me until I get it. And then when I get it and it's something great or good, it just warms my cold, dead heart. It's just,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I'm just like, yeah, the risk paid off.
It's the chemicals, man. You're addicted to the chemicals.
I am. It's that fixer, dude. Fixer smells so good, and I
Yeah.
gotta stay
Oh,
away from it.
the Ilford fixer is actually smells so good.
I know there's some right here in my office
Yeah.
that's in my fridge. Man, it's the
What's really
intrusive
in
thoughts are
the
like
farmer's cup? Is it the fixer or?
this is actually coffee. I
Oh,
cut energy drinks out.
yeah.
I was drinking energy drinks a lot, and I felt like it was contributing to like anxiety and irrational rage.
Which one?
I was drinking Monster, the
Yeah.
white sugar-free Monster, and
Yeah.
now this is
Yeah.
just like basic caramel coffee.
Oh, nice. No, I enjoy energy drinks like the Monster. It's called. Do you have that in the States? Aussie lemonade. It's called.
No, but it sounds good.
It's so you dude. It's so good. Like it's my friend introduced me to it like this summer. It's like a sour lemonade with Monster
Ooh,
flavor. Oh, it's dude. It's amazing. You got to try it. Yeah, I got a can right
I
here.
could,
It's this.
yeah, I don't think
No,
Aussie. Hang on, I'm gonna
Aussie
Google it real
lemonade.
quick and see if it's in the
Yeah,
states.
you need to try it. It's yeah. I'm gonna get you addicted to energy drinks again. There you go.
I'm just gonna dabble. Oh no, we do have it over here apparently. You have to buy it by the flat apparently. So it's like $60. Holy shit,
I'm
that's
sorry.
crazy. The thing is, I'll probably spend it to try it.
Yeah, you should. You should.
Yeah, I'm not financially responsible. I shoot film.
Yeah,
Everybody
of
should know I'm
course.
financially irresponsible, man. So, with what films are you using to shoot at these venues and stuff? If you're shooting film,
Yeah, it really depends on what mood I'm in and what I'm feeling. Um, if I'm shooting color of like Portra is like I love the whole Portra line. Mostly 800 because it's of course the higher ISO and easier to expose with at venues when it's dark. And just the skin tones, I found it like it's more natural, not that cold. But I also really love like all of the Cinestill stuff, the black and white BW, isn't it BWXX? It's called. I always
yeah,
forget it.
double X or
Yeah, double
yeah.
X. And Cinestill and 400D and 800T. Like those are like go tos. The Cinestill 400D and Cinestill 800T. Like those two, I have shot so much, it's ridiculous. Um, Ilford HP5 pushed to 1600. That's the only way to shoot that film, in my opinion. It's Ilford HP5 is a great product, but it's so flat when you develop it at 400. It's so flat.
Yeah.
It's have you experienced that?
I yeah, I have, and I always had to. I would crank the contrast in post is what I would do.
Yeah, yeah, I'm all for that contrast, man. It's contrast, man. So yeah, I just push it to 1600. That usually does it, and it's also nice with the extra sensitivity when shooting in darker conditions. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like shooting black and white is also always a safe way to go at concerts. Um, I really like it. Like personally, I would, if I could choose, I would just shoot black and white at concerts because I think it's just, especially with punk bands and rock bands that I've worked with recently, like the look of black and white is just the black and white and rock and punk, like those two just go so good together. Like every
Yeah,
like
it's very hand in
legendary,
hand.
yeah, every legendary rock photo, album cover, stuff like that is black and white. So
I
yeah,
agree with that. I if I were to get back into shooting film for bands, I 100% would dedicate that to only black and white work,
mm,
regardless if that's what the client. I would specialize in that for the music industry. That's the only way I would go back to the music industry because I did not have a fun time with it.
yeah,
But black and white might be a way for me to step back into that. That's
yeah,
because, like
yeah,
you said, every iconic rock and metal photo I can think of is black and white.
yeah. Do you know the iconic um, album cover from the Clash, London Calling? Like there's
Yeah,
he's
I think so.
smashing the guitar.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. That photo, like, of course, is like I would say that's the most defining like punk rock photo ever taken. And what's really funny is that the photographer, I think, I don't remember her name. I think it was a girl named I don't know something. Yeah, forget it. Yeah, but the fun thing is that she didn't want them to use the photo because it was so out of focus. And you can see that if you look at I have the album cover in my living room, but it's really out of focus. But imagine if she had said no, like the most legendary when I think of punk, I think of that photo and that album cover. Like the Clash isn't even like in my mind the greatest punk band of all time, but I think of that photo. So that's really cool. Yeah, it's always been black and white. I think is really cool.
Yeah. I'm shooting more black and white lately,
Oh
and
yeah,
I don't know if it's because do you self develop or do you send out to labs?
I self-developed.
Okay. So I really like developing color, and I think I overdid it for myself.
Yeah,
And I just feel like black and white's easier again, so I've been shooting more and more black and white.
yeah,
It's it's just I don't know. I feel like when I'm shooting black and white, I focus more on good lighting
hmm
and composition instead of just composition because when I'm shooting color, I always feel like the color can make up for the lack of great lighting, and it never does, and I waste film shooting it every single
yeah.
time. But I don't I think I'm just more particular and careful when it comes to black and white, and I feel like I get better compositions with it.
I definitely feel you and totally agree. Like sometimes I just like hate shooting color film. It's like the last thing I want to do because I don't know. It feels expensive. It's not just that, but I don't. It's not really that, but no, I don't know. It's harder to compose and easier to mess up. Black and white is for me. I don't know if you can relate to this, but I feel that black and white film is easier to expose correctly. Like the exposure latitude of it. It's easier for me to
Yes.
like meter out the shadows and like finding a place in between, like from the highlights and the shadows, metering it to that. I feel like I would get a better result with black and white for some reason.
I feel like so the black and white I use is Kentmere 400, and that has such a wide latitude that you can absolutely butcher your exposure and still get something usable. And I use a lot of the Kodak Vision films, like 500T and 200T, or what I
Oh
usually
yeah,
bulk roll and shoot. And those have a great latitude too, but I don't. It's just. I think you're right. I don't know why I get better results in black and white with my exposures. Because the black and white exposures will look fine. I'll meter the same thing for color, and it's just not the same. I think it's the contrast in the black and white compared to the lack of the contrast in the color. Maybe
Yeah,
if I don't know what it is, but you're right. And now that you've said it, I'm thinking about it and wondering why that is.
yeah. I also feel like it's one less thing to think about, to put into consideration that you have color in the image as well. Um, for instance, for like when I shoot film, I sort of feel like I think of one less thing because ISO is like you don't think of it as much as when you're shooting digital because the ISO is what it is and you exposure off of that. And I feel like when I'm shooting black and white, I'm also thinking of one less thing. I think like the color doesn't matter because I'm shooting black and white.
Yeah. Do you have to color correct a lot of your color work in post, or is what you get what you get? For like, because I know
Um,
stage lighting can be a nightmare sometimes.
yeah,
The
it
bright
can
lights
really
on
be.
stage, the color cast and stuff. I just didn't know if you would correct that in post, or if you even could.
Hell yeah, I do that. It's
Okay.
that's what takes most of the time with color photos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mostly that's why I'm trying to just shoot when I'm shooting color at concerts, trying to shoot like one or two stocks and just get to know them like really well. And that would be Portra 800, which is like warmer tones, and 800T. Those are like really go-tos, and 400D also. Um, those three are like really go-tos at concerts, and I feel like I've like started to memorize sort of what way I have to go to in my edit, like what I look for and correct for, really. The exposure is always like I've shot so many rolls of film through my Mamiya, so it's like it's starting to like get like it's just like I don't know. I lost my train of thought there. No, so like for me, shooting color film, I like shooting Portra 800 and Cinestill 800T and Cinestill 400D. I've shot them so much that I start to feel like I really know like their color palettes, like what colors you get out of them, what situations they fit in, what they don't fit in. If it's completely dark, like a stadium venue, I would shoot 800T because yeah, that's really what that film stock is made for. Like at night, dark conditions and lighting,
Yep.
and with no anti-halation layer, it really pops the colors of stage lighting. Like it's so cool.
I have very limited experience with 800T, but 500T, which is just 800T with the remjet layer,
Yeah.
is my favorite film. I've shot so many rolls of 500T, and I really enjoy it. I really like it. I've gotten great results at night and daytime shooting.
Hmm.
It's just, I feel like it has such a wide latitude and good colors, and I should try it at a concert because I've never shot a concert on film. I've shot behind the scenes stuff on film. I would
Hmm.
like to try a concert on film, but I know I'm going to invest all this time into it, and when I get that roll back, I'm going to be devastated because I know it's not going to go well.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's quite hard, but it's I don't know. It's just shoot wide open and hope for the best, I guess.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
pray.
yeah. Just pray, just
Something's going
pray.
to happen.
That's all I do. I just pray.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
but
they
yeah,
don't turn out good, you just say it's artistic. It's
yeah,
artistic. It's an artistic choice for it to look this blurry.
yeah. It's supposed to be that way. No, but there's a lot of different film stocks out there you can get probably good results with that I haven't really looked into yet. But for the most part, those three are like my go-tos, and I've got a workflow for them that I think work really good. That's for now.
Yeah.
But have
You
have you like
said,
what?
oh, sorry. I
No,
didn't
no,
mean to
no.
interrupt you. Go ahead.
Go. You no. You
I
go
was going to
ahead.
ask, so you said I've seen you post portrait stuff as well.
Mm.
Is that just portrait stuff you've done on the road while doing the live concert stuff? Or do you work doing portraits on the side as well? Is it a dual business kind of thing?
Yeah, I do portraits also. I've been really getting into that the last couple of weeks or months, really. Um, I just posted a photo that was of myself. It's really weird being in the other side of the camera. It's like, what the hell am I doing? What the hell am I doing here? But no, I've been like it's this year, like this autumn winter period is a little more calm on the concert side. There's some coming up, not that much as it used to, like that last year, but there's like 20 or 30 or something coming up this season. Um, so I've gotten a lot more time to go into other projects that I've been really wanting to do, but not having the time to do so. So I'm really getting into portraits lately, which I think is a really interesting and very cool way of very cool art form. Really difficult, like so hard.
I love portraits. I love doing
Yeah.
portraits. I shoot most of my portraits. In the past, I've shot it mostly on digital
Hmm.
because everybody wanted that digital look. They wanted it to be clean and make sure it was perfect. And I think in the last year or so, and I think it has something to do with the introduction of AI being better at what it's doing,
Yeah.
people have started to go back to older technologies. It's like when everybody started buying vinyls again.
Hmm.
Now there's a lot of people asking for film photographers who want their photos to be shot on film. And it has to be related to AI somehow or just turning on technology somewhere in the pipeline there. It has to be a disconnect from technology.
Yeah.
And I was a little bit ahead of the curve in my area when it came to shooting film again. So work is kind of picking up a lot on film, and I really haven't shot my digital for work in a while. I
Hmm.
was thinking about selling it, except I use it for this podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. I think digital. I shoot digital all the time at concerts also, for video and to just get something. So I'm sure, but yeah, I think for portraits, that's where film really for me shines, especially if you're shooting medium. Have you shot medium format much?
I have. I
Yeah.
have. I've shot, at this point, I've shot a decent amount, and I'm
Yeah.
actually getting a new medium format in the mail today.
Oh, which one?
Mamiya 645.
Oh, which one? Like the Pro TL or?
Honestly, a guest on the podcast sent it to me. I have no idea.
He just
I
sent you
just
it
know
to
it's a
Mamiya.
Mamiya
That's
from Germany,
awesome.
man. They just sent it to me, and she was so nice. She was incredible. I was because she was gonna sell it, and I was like, I'm interested. We'll talk about that after the show. And by the end of the show, she's like, I'm sending this to you.
Dude, that's awesome. That's really cool.
I've I've never been that nice in my life, ever. No point.
That's really cool. No, I'm also looking for a Mamiya 645 right now, the Pro TL. It's calling me. I have this is like my main, the RZ 67. That's like my
Those are
main.
nice.
They're heavy and
Yes.
dumb to use, but I love them. They like the 6.7 format is just incredible. But I'm looking for a 6.4 Mamiya 645 just so I can have two Mamiya cameras because I need it. I
Yeah,
mean,
you need to. The medium format I was using is the Yashica A, the really old waist
LR.
level finder. Yeah,
Yeah,
and there's something about it shoots 6x6, and there's something about that square format that really works for me. And everybody was
really.
trying to tell me to get a 6x6. Yeah, it's because it's basically just composing with a Polaroid because it's just square format. And
Yeah,
I shot a lot of Polaroid, and it's just been I've sold some work because of that square format.
that's really cool because like that it's really cool to hear to someone who enjoys 6.6 because that doesn't appeal to me. Like the format doesn't appeal to me at all. So that's really cool to hear. Like,
Yeah,
but did you do like portraits or landscape or?
I've done portraits and landscapes. I actually shot behind the scenes on a music video a little bit. I borrowed the model from a music video and shot some portraits on set, is what I did.
That's cool.
And so nice, so clean. I really loved it. And I shot Portra 400 out on some property in the middle of nowhere with a girl dressed up all fancy. It was and very enjoyable. I liked taking my time with it. Because if it's 35, I'm going to fire off frames left and right. I'm not going to care.
Yeah,
But working under the constraints of medium format really made me actually stop, pause, and try to compose well, make sure focus was nailed, set
yeah.
poses right, because I didn't want to mess up an expensive roll of film.
No. How many shots are in a 6x6? Is it 12? 13?
12.
Yeah. 12. Maybe I should look into it. No, I don't know. I just really love 6x7. I've tried 645, which I also really like. It's more economical way of shooting film, like shooting medium format. And yeah, I enjoy shooting 35 too. But for me, it's just like the quality of a 6x7 negative is just ridiculous, and having that quality available for can be used as a medium. 6x7 looks really good on Instagram too, and posters, and can print it in almost every size you want really. So it's very versatile for like that sort of thing, like posters and banners on Facebook page or whatever. Like that's the thing about them. It's like it's really like usable for it's made for marketing almost. That's why it appeals to me so much. But I really enjoy shooting like 35 for like when I'm traveling just with friends for fun, and backstage stuff like behind the scenes stuff. But 35 is like the point and shoot go to.
It is. And what are you using for a point and shoot?
I've used many different. I'm currently using like a Mamiya Sakura ZE. It's called now. Sakura, like
Okay.
a big like good Mamiya. I love Mamiya. And I've used the Nikon F2, which is like it's a bit bulkier, a bit slower working camera, but the light meter in the F2 is really solid.
And you could use it for a weapon if you had to, because those things are heavy.
Yeah, those are heavy, man. Like those, like it had no. It's the original F that stopped the bullet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So if it goes to that, like I'm good. I have the F2.
I I've been looking at Nikon lately, and it's because my two of my best friends shoot Nikon, and I shoot Canon. I have two Canon SLRs that I shoot all the time, and I feel like I'm being peer pressured into having to buy a Nikon at this point.
Mhm.
And if I get one, it's probably going to be the F2 or F3. It's going to be one of those two.
Yeah. Like they're both completely manual, aren't they? Like the F2 is completely manual, but the
Yeah,
F3 is also completely manual.
three.
I'm not sure.
I'm not. I can't remember at this point.
No.
Because they just send me Nikons all the time, so it all just blends together. But I was doing research on the two before these guys started peer pressuring me, so I know the two is fully mechanical and awesome, and I've wanted one for a while. But I think I'm just holding out to be petty and annoy these guys by not getting one now.
Yeah. You're gonna love the Nikkor lenses. They're tech sharp, like they're insane. Uh,
I need to get into it. I need to get one. I need to sell something and
yeah,
get an F2. I've got enough
do
to
it,
sell,
do
but
it. Yeah,
so
Nikons are
is there
awesome.
a? They are. It's that what is it, the ZF? What's the? I think it's the ZF. Is that one of the newer ones? I can't remember, but one of their new digitals looks gorgeous. It's one of the prettiest cameras I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
You know,
Is it the new cinema
yeah, I
camera
just
with
can't.
red? Meaning like
No, it's a new. It's almost like the. It reminds me of the Fuji X100. Is what it
yeah,
reminds me of. It looks like an old rangefinder camera. It's gorgeous. I can't remember which model it is. I'd have to look. It's just I really like the look of rangefinder cameras. I am
yeah.
just absolute trash when it comes to shooting with a rangefinder camera.
I haven't really tried a rangefinder camera.
No,
No,
I don't think you'd enjoy it probably.
no.
No,
That
it's well, it's very hard to find focus for me, especially in lower light situations because you have to align the rangefinder patch, and it's very
Yeah,
hard to do with low light.
that's why I
And you're in low light a lot, yeah.
yeah, that's why I've concluded that like I don't think they're for me. But who knows? Maybe.
Yeah, one day you'll find one cheap somewhere and be like, well, why not?
Yeah, why not? And maybe I love it. Maybe don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what stopped me from buying, other than money, that's what stopped me from buying a Leica because most of the Leicas are rangefinders. There's like a couple SLRs, but I don't want to buy into the brand just for something I hate, even though I think it'd be fun to shoot one. I'll borrow one or rent one. It's
Yeah,
just I
yeah,
can't justify the purchase.
totally. I agree. Like I don't think like was for me just because of like the rangefinder and stuff. No, I would rather shoot medium format. I'm kind of a medium format.
Yeah.
What can you say? Medium format. God, I'm just kidding. I'm no god. Medium format whore maybe. That's better.
Oh, yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
See, I'm like that with 35. I really
yeah.
like 35. I maybe it's because I haven't primarily shot a ton of medium format. I've shot a decent amount, but not anywhere near what I've shot with 35.
Yeah.
And I think I just need to get more comfortable with it. But I don't know. My in the last several months, I feel like my work with 35 has reached a different level with what I'm doing. I'm not trying to like pat myself on the back too much, but I've been working very hard on my from everything from the intention in shooting to setting up the shot to the development, the scanning. It's just been several months of hard focus because I don't want people who watch this podcast to look at my stuff and be like, this guy sucks. So I've just been really focusing lately.
I saw. I think one of your last posts. It was a lighthouse, wasn't it? Like I think
Oh,
it was
yeah, yeah, I
lighthouse.
posted
Yeah,
Lighthouse.
wasn't it? That was cinema film, wasn't it?
Uh, I did post. Are you talking about the color Lighthouse that I
Yeah,
posted?
I think so.
Yeah, yeah, that was Vision 500T.
Yeah, that was really nice. Like the colors on that is just amazing. Like you see like the cinematic look instantly on that.
Thank you. Yeah, so I am at the very end of my bulk roll of 500T, and I think when they were bulk rolling it or putting it in the tin itself, they exposed the last little bit of the end of the film. And now it's just like there's light leaks on some of my stuff, and I'm so sad about it. I've got 2 rolls of it left, but I just know it's going to be heartbreak in those 2 rolls.
It's a
It's
scam from Kodak.
so sad. Yeah, well, it's a scam from eBay, is what it is. I can't complain. I got 25 rolls out of that bulk roll,
Yeah,
and it lasted me a while.
yeah, that's nice.
I was gonna ask, when you're shooting live concerts versus shooting portraits, is there a big mindset shift that has to occur for you to get into those portraits, and vice versa? Is there like, or are you just like, I'm shooting photos today, or do you have to like slow yourself down and be more intentional with it when it comes to portraits?
Yeah, it's like I'm two completely different people. I feel because when I'm shooting concerts, it's I try to have a very professional like way of looking on it. Like as a photographer at a concert, you don't matter. You're not important at all. You're just there, do your job, move away. Like get off the stage. That's and I think that's what many people in the business do wrong is that they take too much place and like because it's fun, it's exciting, it's concerts, like it's live music, it's there's nothing like it. That's why I love it so much. But I think some people can maybe like take too much space, and I think it's important to like know that line that you're working, someone's hiring you to come and take photos, not to be hanging at the stage being you're a part of the crew, not a part of the band. So I try to be like very professional, like stay in the shadows, take my photos, and just deliver basically. um, but looking like at portraits, I feel like I can be more relaxed. Like I find I it's not that I enjoy shooting concerts. Like that's my favorite thing, like being there in the dark, people screaming loud music, the ringing in the ears, like getting into the bus at night of the hotel. It's the best feeling in the world. Like that rush, it's amazing. Um, but shooting portraits, I feel like I can maybe like, of course, since you have more time to set up the exposure, the model, if you have a model, like set set him or she up, making it look the way you want it or the way that person wants it, because that's also an important thing for me with taking portraits. Is that I'm taking a photo of someone, so I want them to be happy with. I don't want to make them do anything that they would be uncomfortable with or not happy looking in the photos. And I think if you make them uncomfortable, they're not going to end up liking the picture. And
Yeah.
I think you can see that as a if you're scrolling Instagram. I think you'll be able to see that if the model is not enjoying the process. Yeah, I think it can be like it's a much slower process, but you can be able to compose in a totally different way instead of just spray and pray, which is cool. It's
It is.
cool.
That's why I like portraiture a lot. It's just the amount of time and effort you can put into it, because the person on the other side of the camera wants those photos to come out just as well as you do. When you're on the
Mm,
road, a lot of people be like, get something usable and we'll use it.
yeah,
And
exactly.
for the portraiture, like it's off for me, it's often family stuff. So they really want these to turn out, and they're very cooperative. They understand the time it takes to do these things, and they're very welcoming to the process, welcoming to how you want them to be posed or how they want to be posed. They'll come with ideas, and it becomes a collaboration more than a solo endeavor.
Yeah, exactly. And I think like that that's the best way to describe it. Like it's a cooperation because as you said, like the person also wants the photo to look good. And I think that you can there like they can come with ideas and make your idea even better. And I think you'll end up having a better time and also getting a better photo. But I've written down some things I actually wanted to ask you, and that was like, do you like get because I find it a bit like I would say maybe like a bit cringe sometimes, like being at set. I don't know if you've been much at set, like doing photography with like a set with many people around, like commanding people around, like stand there, do this with your arm, look up a bit. Like I just I don't know. It's like I need to get better with that, but I find it a bit cringe sometimes to just boss people around.
So I actually had I've taken a larger role in doing that lately on music video sets,
Yeah.
of taking control, controlling the extras, giving directions. And the guy I often work with, who many people call the director, I consider him the director,
Hmm.
he's taken on more of a cinematographer role now, where he's the
Yeah.
director of photography, and I just get to yell at and boss around people. And I came from production work before I started in photography, so it's much easier for me. And most of the time, the people on set who they accept that you're in charge of it, they're there because they want to be, usually, especially in entertainment. And it's just they're most of the times they're just waiting to be told what to do, and the more direction you can give them and boss them around with, the
Hmm.
better the performance will be. And I always open up with, look, I'm going to be loud today, I'm going to be yelling instructions. It doesn't mean I'm pissed off. I'm usually a genuinely nice guy, but we're going to get these shots and then we're going to move on. And if you guys want to get out of here in time to have lunch or dinner at home, we're going to follow directions and do this. And they're like, all right, I'm in. And we haven't had a problem with it
No.
since we started doing that. There were times when it'd go like 20-hour shoots, and now we're down to average of 6 to 8 hours a day.
Okay. Yeah, because that's you do that. That's like your full time job doing.
It's I'm at this point I'm basically freelance. I go do that when they need my help.
Hmm.
I shoot I shoot a lot of family portraits and well, portraits in general. I'm actually making money from the podcast now, which
Oh,
is
really? That's
shocking.
awesome.
Like it's nothing fancy, but I supplement income with that. My Substack is doing pretty well. I have some paid subscribers there, and it's just slowly come together. And I'm not rich by any means. By no means am I rich. I am quite poor, but
Of
It's
course, we
starting to
shoot
pay
film.
off.
We're all poor.
Exactly. Yeah, we're poor as hell, but somehow
Yeah,
we have film, and it
yeah.
just appears sometimes. I've People have been sending me film lately, like people
That's got to
from
be
like
so
my
cool.
subs. Dude, yeah, somebody sent me an entire box of cinema film. There was some medium format, 35. It's just, and it's nice stuff. I shot the Vision 50D on medium format, and man, I ordered more of that. I really like Vision 50D.
Yeah, yeah,
For
because it's
that was
the
for
low
landscape stuff.
ISO, the low ISO, like
Yeah,
probably really. I haven't shot it, but it probably makes it really. Do you process ECN2 yourself?
I cross process.
Okay, I see.
So I remove with baking soda, and then
Really?
develop in
Does that work?
the CS.
What? Mm,
Oh yeah, yeah, dude.
what? That's cool.
It's so easy. Everybody's so afraid. I've gone on this rant several times. I'm going to do it again. Remjet is so easy to remove. It takes 2.5 minutes to do, and then you can just cross process it in CS41 chemicals.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that is, you already have experience with color correction in post, so it'd be super easy for you to do.
maybe I'll look into it. Yeah, because like that's the thing that sucks about Norway is that everything's imported, of course, from you guys.
Yeah,
So everything's really expensive and hard to get a hold of sometimes. Like because
yeah.
there's some labs like there's one lab here in town that does C41. It doesn't do black and white even. Like it just does C41. It's crazy. Um, so they want like they're first in line to get the chemicals. So there's like 2 or 3 stores that they like occasionally have some chemicals, but I buy from directly from Kodak. That's my go-to, and
Oh, really?
yeah,
So you're buying in bulk then?
yeah,
You're spending money.
it's a
I'm buying
problem.
the Cinestill kits.
It's a
Yeah.
problem. Yeah, I really love. I don't know if you have any experience with it, but I've for like on the road developing, I've used DF96 for black and white.
Man, I made an entire video talking about how much I hate DF96.
Because it works, but it's kind of terrible. But I kind of like it also because it's for me. I've had good experiences and bad experiences with it. Excited to hear what you have, what you think about it. But like I've gotten photos that I think they're okay, and um, but they're very contrasty and very grainy. Like
Yeah,
if you
that's the
put a roll of
DF96.
T-Max 400 in that, you just destroy the film.
Yeah, it really does something to the grain structure. And I found it causes massive problems with bromide drag and surging. And sometimes it just gives up way before it's supposed to. I had a bottle that went bad on me after 6 rolls. And I know that bottle was properly cared for. Everything was the way it was supposed to be with it. And after the third bottle abandoned me, 6 rolls into it, I switched over to Rodinol, and I've had so much better luck. The grain is not nearly as bad. It's just, I don't know. I have major beef with DF96. I think if I went on the road and developed on the road, I would take my Rodinol setup
Yeah,
because it's not super hard to do. Yeah, I think that's what I'd do.
yeah. No, I really like the Cinestill kit for color is really good, and that's mainly my
Yes.
color setup. But I use Kodak for black and white because like the grain structure with those chemicals are just insane. Like the T-Max
I
developer.
I don't I don't I know I have not used that. Somebody was supposed to send me some, and I forgot to send them to my address. I think. I know I need to check in with them. But no, I haven't used it, and I have limited. I have a lot of developing experience, but limited chemical experience.
Yeah,
So there was the DF96 that I used and hated, and then Rodinol, and I've always used the CS41 kit from Cinestill for color, and I have no major problems with that. I
yeah,
think it's a great product. I think for me, it's an affordable product, and it's way cheaper than sending out to labs, because over here, sending to a lab, you're paying $20 a roll to develop your film by the time it gets back to you with scans.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's like if you're shooting more than 50 rolls a year, I would like really recommend doing it yourself. And it's fun. And for me, like something that's really important. I don't know if you can relate to this, but like when I'm shooting digital, I feel like I'm just taking a photo. It's not exciting for me anymore. But when I'm shooting film and I develop it myself and scan it myself, I feel like I'm making an image, making it digital
Yes.
and posting it. I made this. It's almost like a painting almost. I'm terrible at drawing and painting, so that's like my way of composing like something that looks like art, I guess, if you can call it that.
Yeah. Oh, I'd call
Yeah,
it that.
yeah,
I do think photography is an art form. I'm speaking at a high school, like a junior, senior high school event tomorrow about photography as an art
yeah.
form, because a lot of
That's
people
cool.
just see it as a way of making profit. A lot of people just say this is just like a regular 9 to 5 job. And I'm like, but it's not. There's so many things you have to know. Anybody can buy a Canon Rebel and go out and shoot some bad senior portraits at a local park.
Yeah,
But somebody who is trying to elevate an art form, take it seriously, learn composing, learn the exposure triangle, just somebody who is constantly trying to learn and evolve within the art form is going to produce art rather than just standard photos.
yeah. I totally agree. It's an art form, but like for my stuff, I haven't just like completely like come there yet to like call it art. But yeah, of course, it is an art form. I would say, especially film photography. Um, but one thing, like you mentioned earlier, like people want photos shot on film more and more lately. And a thing that irritates me a lot is people wanting the film look. Like I don't know why it bothers me as much as it does, but like people making like presets that look supposed to look Portra or supposed to look like Kodak TMX 400. But I'm like more like I'm really into. No, sorry, okay. Um, People wanting the film look. I just find it so stupid, to be honest, because I'm like people making presets and stuff like that to make it look like a certain film stock. I'm not, if you want the film look, just shoot film. Don't use some crappy preset on your Canon camera and making it your photo look sort of like film. Like it's not even close color wise and contrasty and grain wise, but just just shoot film. That's my motto. Like
As much as much as I would love to agree with that, and
yeah,
I do on a deep level, I agree with that.
yeah,
But I think a lot of the times people will download those presets, get unhappy with the fact that it doesn't replicate the film, and then that leads them to being like, "Well, fine, I'm actually going to shoot film."
yeah.
I think
Exactly.
bad film presets lead to more film sales.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, I don't know if I can say that because Fuji's made an entire career off of replicating films.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. Of course, like if you can shoot film, if you can use film presets and be happy with your work, like of course, go for it. It's not that, but I just I'm just like film is a format that it has to be taken care of and it has to be used by artists and with and making these photos and keeping film alive, um, not just in cinema but also in freelance photography and art photography, using it as a format. I think that's one of the reasons why I like steer away from like the film, like digital film look thing, because for me it's two completely different things.
It is. When I'm shooting digital, I like it to be a clean image because I'm shooting digital. I want it to be. I don't know.
Mm,
Maybe that's part of the like a mindset switch between the concert photography and portrait. There's almost that mindset shift for me between digital and film.
yeah,
It's you become a different person the minute that film camera hits your hands.
Yeah, you do. I don't like. I've talked to many. What do you think it is with like the film feeling?
I don't know. It's the exhilaration of I could mess this up.
Yeah,
I like taking I like taking kind of calculated risks. And like I said earlier, I feel like there's not a lot of risk with digital photography these days because cameras are so advanced. You know where the
yeah,
focus is going to be. You see what you get right away. And with a film camera, it's just all luck of the draw. And sometimes it's about trying to save that photo in post
yeah.
and hoping something works.
Yeah. I totally agree. Like if I'm shooting with my digital Canon, Canon R series, amazing cameras. Like the colors on that thing is just next level, and I use it for filming and photos. Um, but it's something about that hyper focus thing that I'm not all there. That I'm not all for. Like, and it's not even that focused compared to a medium format negative.
It's
With
not.
no, that's yeah.
It's how do you manage your clients' expectations going from digital to film? Or are you upfront about it and being like, I'm going to shoot film on this. I'll get you some stuff digitally, but I'm going to shoot as much film as I can. Do they
Yeah,
know that
that
you're going to be shooting a lot of film going in?
uh yeah, like that's one of my like selling points that I like. There's not many people in Norway doing film concert photography like in the way I do it. Um, it's really uncommon, of course, because it's stupid. uh, um, but yeah, so I think with many of the clients that I have, like that I know daily and like toured with a lot, it's like they know that they'll get an image, like they'll get something to use. Um, but most of the time, I just rock up and do my thing and know that I'm gonna deliver. Of course, I will always back up digital. Like I would never do a concert job without taking digital photos. But my main focus mostly is on the analog, like taking film photos. That's my main goal, like getting real good photos with the Mamiya. That's yeah,
I think you're one step ahead of where I want to be with my photography because I'm still, right now, it's about 50-50 film and digital, but I want to be primarily film when it comes to my work. And
yeah,
I have the luxury of not shooting concerts. I shoot individuals, families. So I think I can make that happen as opposed to, yes, you're doing great work with your concert photography, and I think it's incredible. But there's always going to be that need for the digital backups, and I think I might be able to get away with not having the digital backups for my portrait shoots. I think
yeah.
if I mess them up, I can always redo them. You have those one-off events, like I would never shoot a wedding on film. That'd be a digital thing.
Yeah.
It's just that's too much of the calculated risk. That calculated wrong. I'm going to shoot digital for that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Uh,
I
did,
want to go to
did,
primarily film.
yeah. You should do that. You should totally try and like just bring a film camera one day, and you'll find that it works. But it's that thing about doing it professionally that's like, it would be very unprofessional of me if I couldn't give anything of a night. So that's
Yep,
why I also bring the digital, even though it kind of hurts my film heart a bit.
it
um,
does.
yeah, but no, it's digital is great. Like it's perfect. Like that's the thing. Like I would describe digital photography like my Canon as a hammer. It does exactly what I want it to do. Takes great photos, takes great video. It's fast. It's easy to use. Like anyone could pick up that camera in 5 minutes. They would be taking great photos across the board.
Yep.
Um, and that goes to all digital cameras coming out now every single year. Like they're like basically the same. I think like it's
They
color
really are.
balance.
Just
It's
slightly
yeah,
different colors.
it's color profiles and it's really just up to the user. But for me, like cameras nowadays that are digital are just they're like hammers. They do what they're supposed to do, and they're really really good at it. And that's where film comes in, I think.
Yeah, we shoot cameras with less technology to see. Maybe it's we're trying to see how much of the talent is coming from the digital camera versus us. Maybe
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah. 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 Maybe.
Am I really good or yeah, am I really good or is that
Do
Sony
I
really
really
helping me
suck? Do I
along?
really suck? Is it the camera or is it me? Yeah. No. But I think that's a really like cool thing as an artist, like being able to. We have all these great tools, all these digital cameras that are like 50 years ago, people like you couldn't even imagine that would have these great tools at hand. And I think, like you said earlier, with like going back to listening to vinyls and I feel like everyone are just like going back to like the analog format. Like people want that. They're like, you don't own your iCloud, like you're just one like world IT failure, EMP going off somewhere, and everything's gone. And that's yeah, and that's like where like the physical things come in. Holding a negative, holding a vinyl, holding a CD. Cool,
Physical
man.
media is very important because like you said, digital can be taken away at any time.
Mm,
It just having that physical media is something that's very reassuring to me. I have a DVD collection
yeah,
that I
awesome.
absolutely love, and sometimes the kids are like, "Well, why do you have my?" I have two kids, and they're like, "Well, why do you have these DVDs if it's all on streaming?" I was like, "Because it might not always be on streaming. There might be a video, a movie they decide shouldn't be out there anymore, and they can take
Yeah,
that away. And I want to be able to watch this."
yeah. Yeah. I miss my own. I really regret. I don't have my old DVDs or CDs like at hand, which really really suck. Like, oh, there's so much good music in that CD collection. I don't know where it is, but yeah, I got a vinyl collection growing, but that's also an expensive format to getting into.
It's more
That
expensive than film.
Yeah, and that's a total different podcast, I think.
Yes. So at this point in your career, are you approaching clients or are clients approaching you now?
uh, Both, I would say. Both. As for people like approaching me, it's happening more and more and more, and that's really like the importance of building a solid portfolio. I suck at building portfolio. I suck at Instagram. I have so much stuff that I would like to post, but like I'm such a perfectionist in that way, like that I end up posting nothing. And I probably shot 1,000 rolls in my Mia RC, something like that, and like uh, yeah. So I have so much stuff that I just want to get out there, but I don't know. I just hate spending time on that sort of thing. But people are approaching me more and more, which is really really fun. It's like so like every time I get an email for a new client, it's like, oh, I really like this band. It's like that's sick. Like getting approached by people that you really like. Oh yeah, you want me to work for you? Like okay, that's insane, man. Um, but it's also a lot of reaching out. I I of course do concert photography, but it's also like I'm filming stuff, documentaries, portraits, event jobs, like more normal like freelance photographer stuff, which is not that exciting, but it's totally like a part of it, which isn't like I think some people maybe like try to like hide that part of the business, but it's just a part of it. Like if you want to do this for a living, you got to do those things too.
Yeah.
Uh,
Unless you're like at the higher echelon of those things, you're going to have to take on those side jobs to make ends meet. And
yeah, yeah,
some
yeah.
people don't realize that.
exactly. And I really enjoyed doing lots of different things, like meeting a lot of different people and and maybe like you have that one thing that you really like seek out, like that's the thing I want to do. Um, but most of the time you won't be able to do that all the time because concerts aren't always happening. For instance, like like the summer is like the summit of the season here in Norway. But like winter times, it's really like down there, and you maybe have to look into other things. But I think that's where you can like rule out the quitters from like the people that can go through with being a successful photographer, like doing those jobs also. And it's no shame in it, like at all. Like it's part of
No.
it. Like it's a job. It's a job. It's not supposed to be fun all the
Yeah.
time. It's a job.
Yeah. I think too many people got disillusioned with the idea of photography being a 9 to 5 job because
Yeah.
photography is odd hours. We're chasing light constantly. It's we're working when other people aren't a lot of the times.
Yeah.
And it's just very hard for them to wrap their heads around. Yes, you can make your own hours sometimes if you're freelance. You can develop your own workflow, but there's going to be those things you don't want to do. You're not going to make money doing it as a hobby and only the things you want to do. It's going to be hard. It's going to suck. Sometimes you're going to be broke and wondering how you're going to make ends meet.
Mm,
And it's just suck it up and go do those things.
exactly.
And it'll make you it'll give you an adaptability that will benefit you in the long run. If you can be adaptable as opposed to rigid on what you're doing, you're going to be able to branch out and make more money. Like a lot of photographers are making content now for other people to put out on social media. They're making content for themselves to put out to get more jobs on social media. The more you can diversify what you are doing, the more successful you will be in a creative field.
Yeah. Yeah. Really well said. Yeah, I totally agree. Like if you don't know like every aspect of the business, then you haven't seen it all, or you've just been super lucky. Or yeah, really, totally agree with that. Yeah.
I'm getting to the point where people are actually hitting me up now to get portrait
Hmm.
work done, to the
That's
point where
awesome.
I've actually had to send people away to another photographer that I'm friends with and work with quite often. It's I was overbooked. I overbooked the podcast. I overbooked the business, and then I was like, "Oh my god, how am I going to dig myself out of this?" And now I'm realizing, "Oh my god, I should have just pushed those bookings out a little bit because now I have to shoot stuff I don't want to shoot."
Yeah, like overbooking is can be yeah. I don't really like do that sort of work, like arranging of portraits, it's like privately, but yeah, like being overbooked and being burnout as a part of being a photographer, I guess.
Oh yeah, it always is, and people don't realize that they want it, like you said, they want it to be easy, and
Yeah.
it's not because you're going to work yourself to death because you're always afraid that money's not going to be coming in if you
Mhm.
have to say no. You're going to always want to say yes to no matter what it is. And even if it's not a ton of money, do you have to have realistic conversations with clients about how much money you want, or are you? This is how much I cost. This is what you're paying.
Usually I have like a set price, but I think that's a really like that difference there really like is like drawn between the US and especially Norway. For Norway, for freelance work is totally it's terrible. Um, but Norway like has like some sort of like set price almost for freelance work. I don't know what it would be in American dollars, but like you can just calculate this. But like 5,000 kroners is like a
That's actually more than some people I know charge for portrait shoots
yeah
for like an entire day's worth of work.
yeah. But that's like
And so
that's like
it'd be about $503 US, 503
yeah.
US dollars.
That's like a normal like maybe like $300 also is like a normal freelance price, but I feel like Norway has very like set rules on like in like from $300 to maybe 500 American dollars is like a normal freelance work day in Norway. I don't know who's made that rule, but I just that's like every client has like been that's the ballpark. That's where we're at.
At least there's a general agreement because over here there's a lot of people who just do photography as a hobby and then they undercut
Hmm.
everybody's price. There's people out there doing 4 or 5 hours of work for $50, 50 US dollars. And
Yeah.
why you're ruining the industry. Why I understand you want to be creative and fun. Go shoot landscape. Please stop taking paying clients, man. You're watering down the work.
Yeah. No, you should definitely not underpay yourself, but I can see that it's an easy way of like entering the market because of
Yep.
course some people will say yes, of course I want $50. That's perfect, but no, you should. I would say like number one tip: set a like the one tip I've gotten many times is like have three different pricing points: one low, one medium, one high, because people will often choose the medium one. I don't know if that's true. Like on my website, I've had just two pricing points, and that's photo. Like say for instance, a concert that would be photos, just photos. That's one price, and photos and video is another price. Um, yeah, video is a totally different ballpark for pricing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Video is where you make the money to buy film.
yeah, exactly. Video is kind of like if yeah, you have made music videos, of course, and
Yeah.
video is like I've never hated myself so much than like editing videos and stuff like documentaries and yeah, just like live clips and after movies for festivals. Like it's some of the lowest periods of my life. No, I'm just kidding. But
No, I understand what you're saying because you're
yeah,
having fun while you're out there shooting it, but then you have to dig through the footage. And there's
yeah,
hours and hours of footage sometimes. You're like, oh my God, there were 6 cameras running on a 12-hour shoot.
yeah. Do you have a good like logging um, routine for like logging clips that you've shot?
We usually, it's that usually comes to me. I There's somebody else who organizes it and sends it to me. So
Yeah,
it shows up to me with everything synced and ready to go. And then I just cut it down from there
yeah.
oftentimes.
That's nice. Yeah, for me, that's mostly a one man job. Like
It
organizing
sucks.
and yeah, that like that's the like it really sucks like because that's the first thing you do when you're starting out. Like you're starting to log and see okay what do I got, organize it in different folders, and that's the first thing you do. Like and like that just drops your motivation from to zero so fast, especially me. So that's why I try to focus, and that's why I think photos are the most appealing art form for me. I just like it more. I think video is amazing. It's a beautiful art form, but photos are more for me, more my speed,
I
focusing on
agree.
one
I
image.
like the photo more, and I only do videos. I only do video work because it lets me do photos on set, and
Yeah,
I can expand my portfolio that way. That's the only reason I will shoot video. And most of the time, I'm sure I get a lot of garbage results when
hmm
I'm shooting video. Like I've seen a lot of my video come through when it's sent to me, but I'm more concerned with how the photos are going to turn out on set.
yeah,
Like, I'm like, I got really good photos. This camera has some good shots in it. I don't know how good it is for video, but I know there's good photos on set.
yeah. Have you seen Jeff Bridges' work? Jeff Bridges, like
With the that horizontal, the
wide
panoramic
lux.
camera.
Yeah, the wide lux.
Yeah,
That's really cool because he like that's sort of like I would say that's a very good like description of what photography really is. It's just like it's being somewhere special at a special time. Because he's in situations that no other people are in, like on sets for these big movies, and his photos are just. I don't have the book, but I've read it digital, and it's awesome. Like those images, like they're so cool. But I don't think they would be as cool if it wasn't in that situation, and that's sort of like the history of photography, I guess, like being somewhere at the right time with the right equipment and the right knowledge.
Yeah, you got to have a certain level of luck,
Yeah,
luck and skill.
absolutely.
What goals and work would you like to explore going forward in the short term and in the long term? Like, what did you have? You set some goals for yourself that you want to reach and meet?
Yeah. Uh, yeah, absolutely. Like this fall, I'm going more and more into like the printing big prints. Got a big project coming up that I can't really talk too much about, but it's coming out in October. Really looking forward to it. Yeah, but printing in short term is more of my thing. Selling more prints. I've got a gigantic color print enlarger right here,
Oh
which
wow!
I'm currently trying to get to work. Just need a new bulb for it, and I think we're good. But yeah, printing is then like the next step for me. There's going to be a lot of that this fall and winter, trying to get more prints out for sale. Um, for me, like that's a more comfortable way of sharing my work. I feel because I don't know, Instagram is so hard, and like I feel like it's just a waste almost. Like it's just digital space. It doesn't for me. It just doesn't feel. It looks cool, whatever. But I don't know. It doesn't appeal to me that much. Again, with like the physical format of things, and like being able to sell a piece of art to someone that likes it and want to spend their money on it. That's just the thing to me that yeah, it works more for me. So that's like short term, trying to get into more printing. Um, have you printed your stuff? Some of your stuff, like
I
big?
I have seen it printed. I've seen prints of my work in other people's homes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just not in my
It's a
home.
crazy feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't have any of my own prints. I want to order several of my panoramic photos, and I'm gonna probably do that this fall. But I want to get an enlarger. I'm working on building a darkroom so I
Hmm.
can do enlarging, and it's just I haven't gotten there yet. I'm waiting for the right price and the right time to do this. And for me, it's going to be winter because nobody's getting work done in the winter for family portrait stuff or senior
Hmm.
photos. It's just a way to keep myself busy and sane because I don't do well in winter.
No, me neither. Like you would hate Norway. You know, it's almost it's so far north, so it's almost dark. Like the entire day, it's almost completely dark.
Yeah.
I hate that. It's terrible. But yeah, I've just finished Darkroom, so really looking forward to
Awesome,
getting
man.
into that. So going to be printing some really. I'm looking forward to like as big as possible. It's all medium format prints, concept photography, and also landscape. Gonna get some prints out for the people. It's gonna be
I'd definitely be interested in some. I know you said you don't like Instagram.
yeah,
Some well, so what I've learned is that on Instagram, everybody likes a pretty photo. It's the double tap, move away. They just,
yeah,
oh, yep, that's perfect, and it's just they're intaking the pretty photos, and then it's just move along, move away. And I moved over to Substack earlier this year,
hmm,
and Substack seems to appreciate longer form content. If you like writing and including writing alongside your images, like long form,
yeah,
it's incredible for that. It's the community that's been built over on Substack right now for photography is insanely good. Everybody's very supportive. There's room for growth. The
yeah,
networking is there. It's very cool. It's very chill, and it isn't the same level of competition as Instagram. I feel like Instagram is more of a competition,
exactly.
and Substack is more of a photo club
Yeah,
where everybody's like, "Oh, check this workout."
I've definitely looked into it, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't like the fact of being trying to be an influencer, because I don't identify myself with that at all. So that I think that's why the social media is like, I know it's a really good way to grow, and like it's been the best way of marketing my work as a photographer, but I just don't like it. I just don't like the thing of like being thinking of things to write in the post, and like setting up the post to make it look good. And I'm no influencer. I'm just a photographer. And
Yep.
maybe I'll look into Substack. You call it?
Yeah, it's Substack.
Yeah,
I'll send you a link. I treat it like a
yeah,
journal. I'll post. I'll like. I'm not trying to break down films and being like, this is what these qualities of this film have. I'll like include that, but it's mostly for me. It's just a journal where I can just throw like get some of the thoughts in my head out there and include photos alongside that. And people seem to really like that approach to it because it's very conversational. It's not trying to be anything fancy and professional.
yeah, yeah. Maybe I'll look into that. That would be cool. Yeah. Yeah, but you said long term also. Yeah, and so short term is like getting more prints out, because that's just really, I don't know. I think I will enjoy that process of sharing my work better, as an actual art form. And long term, I'm really forward into like getting to galleries and stuff. Like that would be a really cool step of doing. Like everything else in Norway, it's so expensive to do that. um, but yeah, that would be really, really cool. Uh, Getting to galleries and just keep working with what I do, man. Like I think I really found something special. It really means something to me. That's what I'm doing, and making with my photography. To just keep making more. Really, that's the goal. Actually, really, yeah, that's the goal. Just making more art, just being creative, and being with creative people, and meeting with creative people like you, and the people I work with and tour with are just amazing people. Um, yeah, I think that's the long-term goal, really.
Well, I can tell you're very passionate about it, and you're obviously very incredibly talented with doing it because as much as you may hate Instagram, you have some incredible work on there. And
Thanks, man. It
it's
means
an
a lot.
unfortunate byproduct. It's an unfortunate byproduct of having to be on social media to get jobs now. But
Yeah.
man, it's you have an incredible feed on your Instagram. I think you're an incredible photographer, and I look forward to seeing what you're doing next because I've really come to enjoy your work.
Well, thank you, man. Yeah, same goes to you, man. I'm really looking forward to, like, with the podcast growing and stuff. Really glad to hear that, and can't wait to see what you'll do with the Mamiya 645. That's going to be really cool to see. I think you'll love that camera.
I probably will. I almost cried when this lady gave it to me. I almost wept on camera. But all right, man. I know you got to take off. You got to shoot today.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you go. I got to go eat some lunch and
sweet.
edit down 2 other podcasts because I have to post one tomorrow and I haven't edited it yet.
Nice. Well, man, really, really nice to meet you. Really looking forward to see your podcast growing. It's really, really cool. I also love your photography. It's awesome. Like
Thank you, man. I appreciate it very much.
yeah, your style, like I said, like with you using like cinema stocks, like that look. I think you should lean more into that, like experimenting with different cinema films, because that's a unique look, especially in the film. In the film world, I don't think many people like dare to try that. So I can't wait to see what you'll make of it with the cinema stocks.
Well, I appreciate it, man. It's been awesome talking to you. Feel free to hit me up on anytime. You have me on Instagram.
Yeah,
Just don't be a
same.
stranger. Feel free to reach out. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you do next, my man.
Later.
Yeah,
Take
bye.
care.